All right, guys, so the first question on here, which of the following best describes the central idea of the article? Joaquin, can you remind us what central idea is?
Like the main idea.
Perfect. What's this article mainly about, right? So do we think, and you're going to just drop your answer in the chat. Then maybe that will be the easiest. We're going to try this out. See if you think it's A, B, or C, okay? And then we'll go over the correct answer. People gain just as much joy from buying a temporary experiences as they do from buying lasting products. Is that mostly what this article was about? People like buying experiences and products, but they gain more joy from experiences they purchase than the products. Or people feel negatively about buying products and positively about buying experiences. What do you think? So drop in the chat A, B, or C. Okay, so it seems like most people are thinking B. I see a couple C's in here. I want to address that real quick. B is the correct answer. Okay, so select B. C is so close though, but it's not necessarily that we feel negative when buying products. We just don't feel as positive as when we buy, like compared to experiences. So we don't feel bad when we buy things. We still feel good when we buy things. I love to buy stuff, but we feel even better when we buy experiences. So that's why C is not accurate, but B is the correct answer. Let's move on. All right, part A. According to the information in the article, what is the relationship between happiness and anticipating experiences? Is it A, the longer people have to wait to experience something, the more anxious and less happy they become? B, people are less likely to try to outspend one another on experiences than products, which leads to increased happiness for those who buy experiences? Or C, while anticipating future experiences, people often imagine what they will be like, which increases their joy and excitement. Reread over those. What's the relationship between happiness and anticipating experiences? Drop it in the chat. What do you think? So far, this is kind of a resounding C. Nice job, you guys. The correct answer is C. Good job. People do imagine what that trip's even going to be like, which even creates more happiness. So that's a good way to compare the relationship there. This is kind of an interesting social experience or experiment, dropping this in the chat, because I wonder if, like, just based off of who responds first, is that the answer everyone's going to pick? Kind of interesting. Okay, let's look at part B. So remember, we're still talking about the relationship between happiness and anticipating experiences. So here we go. Which of the following quotes from the text supports the answer to part A? Is it the quote from paragraph 5, their feelings about material purchases were more likely to be tinged with feelings of impatience? Is it paragraph 7, just thinking about all the things they'll be doing and all the fun they'll be having can boost their mood? Or paragraph 8, people may be competitive when it comes to keeping up with the Joneses, but tend to be less competitive about spending on experiences. What do you think? Right, guys, good job. We have a resounding B. Excellent. So you should select B from paragraph 7. Yep, just thinking about those things can boost their mood. That directly relates to the relationship between happiness and experiences. Excellent job. Okay, let's look at the next one, or our last one, I should say. Which statement best identifies a shared claim about money from study, high incomes don't bring you happiness, and you can buy happiness if it's an experience? So we are comparing both articles. So what is a shared claim? Okay, shared claim. When it comes to happiness, money is important to a certain degree. B, personal wealth does not influence happiness or success. And the last one, money plays the largest role in how people evaluate their well-being. Which one are both articles about? All right, I'm getting some more conflicting answers in this one. Most people are around the A or B range. So the correct answer is A. When it comes to happiness, money is important to a certain degree. Remember, in the study, high incomes don't bring you happiness, past 75K, it doesn't influence your happiness, right? And in the second one, it said, yeah, you can buy it, but only if it's experiences. So that's why it's saying money is important to a certain degree, right? It's not the most important thing, but in certain situations, it might, bring you happiness, bring you joy. Personal wealth does not influence happiness or success. According to the first article, it does up to that 75K point. And then also, even in the you can buy happiness if it's an experience, it did say that buying things does bring you a little bit of happiness. It's just not as much as experiences. Okay, so let's recap. So question number 1 should have been B. Question number 2 should have been C. Question 3, B. And question 4, A. If you have those correct answers, you can hit submit. Okay, so I'm going to be putting you guys into some breakout rooms. So if you can still see my screen, look at number 5. We're going to start reading an overview of the Great Depression. Okay, it's kind of long. We probably won't get through the whole thing today. You're going to be reading round robin, okay? So once I put you into the breakout room, the person with the birthday closest to today will start, and then you guys can just decide in order. How you're going to be reading this article, though, let me show you it. So say, for example, I'm in a group with Joaquin and Jake. All right, maybe I read this first paragraph, and then Jake will read the next one, then Joaquin will read the next one, and then I will read the next one. Okay, so just go paragraph by paragraph. Pretty simple, okay? Let me get your breakout rooms going. While I'm doing that, why don't you guys go open up that article on your iPad, okay?